Okay, so a couple days ago I asked you guys for some questions so I could make a Q&A. Quite a few people left some questions in the comments, which is fantastic. And now I'm here to answer them because I guess that's the point of the questions. The first question comes from 3 Brooklyn Cats, and they ask, are you a pilot or an aviation enthusiast? So no, I'm not a pilot. I hope to become one in the future, and I hope to be in training to get my private pilot's license pretty soon. But for now, I'm just an aviation enthusiast, and I'm pretty damn obsessed with planes and stuff, so yeah. Next question comes from Epic, and they ask, what is your favorite plane? How did you come up with your channel name? That rhymes. And what got you into aviation? Right, so that's 3 questions in one, no problem though. Favorite plane, it's gonna be a boring answer, but I don't have one because there are too many different ways I can like judge a plane based on how it looks, how it flies, how maybe comfortable it is, or what airlines use it. So it's kind of hard to just pick like one favorite plane because most of them have their own little special thing which makes them cool, and it's hard to just pick one. For the second question they had, how did you come up with your channel name? Okay, so I have a little funny story actually with my channel name. So originally it was called Lux Aviation. It turns out there's an airline with that name and they weren't very happy that I had the same name as them. So after a few months with the name, I got an email from them threatening to sue me if I didn't change it. So I obviously just changed it since I wasn't going to deal with all that. They had the trademark for it, of course, so I was in the wrong. So I simply just changed the name from Lux Aviation to LuxPlanes, and now they're happy. So the meaning behind it is not too special, but Lux comes from Luxembourg, which is where I live. And the planes part or aviation part, what it used to be, is just because that's what I like and make content about. And the last question you had, what got you into aviation? Sadly, I don't have an exact moment where I really just like fell in love with aviation or anything. It kind of was just something that I was interested in for a very, very long time, and you know, the more I aged, the more I got into it, so it wasn't exactly a moment where I really got into aviation. Shannon Thompson asks, are you a pilot? And no, I'm not, but I hope to become one. Have you played Microsoft Flight Simulator? I have played Microsoft Flight Simulator. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of it, but it looks good, I'll tell you that. Dixie the Cat, congrats on 100k. What is your favorite thing about planes or being a pilot? If you are a pilot, that is, ha. Well, I'm not a pilot, sadly, not yet, but favorite thing about planes? That's kind of difficult to pick, and this is probably the most 8-year-old answer ever, but planes are cool, I guess. Anish Patra, what are your interests other than airplanes and aviation? Well, I have a few other interests, but most of them are nowhere near as important to me as aviation. Just to name one would be buses. Don't ask why, buses are cool. Aviation Ace asks, do you do YouTube full-time? If no, what is your job? I don't do YouTube full-time, but it does help for funding flight training. And I currently don't have a job, I'm just 15, so... Yeah, okay, I'm actually 16. I had my birthday a couple days ago, so I forget that I'm 16 now. But at the moment, I'm just doing school and not working or anything. The Peace Guy asks, show us the sources of your content. They are always in the description of all my videos. So yeah, if you check the description for any of my videos, you'll always find the sources. I'm losing my voice, damn it. Forviator asks, is you a good student? I used to be absolutely terrible. Now I'd say I'm pretty decent. Fastronaut asks, what is your favorite plane and would you ever go skydiving? So I still can't pick what my favorite plane is because there are too many to pick from. But would I ever go skydiving? Yes, I sure would. I think that'd be very fun. KSB Aviation asks, will you ever do live streams anytime soon? I sure hope I will, and I definitely will try live streaming again as soon as I can. It's just kind of hard to find good timing for it and everything. But I do look forward to live streaming again because it's lots of fun. I used to do it before and I loved it, so yeah. Next question is, will you be doing live streams anytime soon? Well, it's the same as the last question, but yeah, the answer is still the same. No Fault Toggled asks, what's your least favorite aircraft and why is it the A321? It's not the A321. Jerry Hurst asks, when will you get a haircut? A little random, a little personal, but I don't care. Probably during the summer. My hair's, I don't know, it's decently long, but it's not crazy long or anything. I don't really have a problem with my hair's length until it starts getting like in front of my eyes, and that's when it becomes problematic because I have to say moving it out the way and it's annoying and stuff. So I'll probably wait till the summer holidays begin and I'll cut it, so yeah, I hope that helps. Test Channel 420, laughing emoji, has a whole bunch of questions. What is your favorite plane? What is your favorite airline? What is your favorite airport? Your smoothest landing, and your name. Well, the first 3 questions are kind of hard to choose, so I'll just dodge them. The smoothest landing question, honestly, I have no idea, so I'll skip that question too. The very last question is one that I have the brains to be able to answer, and that is Ryan. Yep, just like Ryanair, it's great, I know. Mute asks, what is your favorite truck? Okay, so I don't know much about trucks, but let's just say any Scania truck or any Mercedes truck. They're both pretty cool. Squawk7700 asks, favorite simulator and would you consider streaming on Twitch? So my favorite flight simulator is definitely X-Plane. Right now X-Plane 11, of course. Hopefully we get to play X-Plane 12 pretty soon. And if I'd ever consider streaming on Twitch, it'd probably be a no. I mean, I won't say I'll never stream on Twitch, but I can't see myself ever doing it. I prefer to just use YouTube for everything. It's also the platform that I'm most used to streaming on, so when I do get back to streaming, it'll almost definitely be on YouTube. Bingley asks, IFR or VFR? Well, I hope to fly as an airline pilot in the future, and those flights would be IFR, so I guess I'll pick IFR, but VFR flying is very cool as well. Farrell Strikes asks, do you have any favorite fighter aircraft? Now, for anyone who knows a lot about military aviation, you'd be quite disappointed because I know nothing about military aviation, so it's kind of hard to pick a favorite fighter aircraft without knowing anything about fighter aircraft. That being said, my best friend's favorite fighter airplane is the F-14, I believe, so I'll just go with that. And then lastly, Sentex Aviation has a whole bunch of questions, those being, what's your favorite type of aircraft? What's your favorite airline? What's your favorite special livery? What inspired you to start a YouTube channel? And lastly, seeing as you are an aspiring airline pilot like myself, what aircraft types would you like to fly in the future? So for the first two questions, I'm going to avoid those because, once again, it's a little too difficult to pick. My favorite special livery, I'd probably say the Not Without My Mask livery that Cargo Lux has, but that once again is one that I can't really pick one for certain because there's so many great liveries out there. For what inspired me to start a YouTube channel, well, it was a very, very long time ago. Believe it or not, it was Stampy, the Minecraft YouTuber. I was maybe 8 years old or something like that, and I saw his videos. I had no idea what YouTube even was, to be honest, but I enjoyed it and I wanted to do something like him, so I started making YouTube videos. The content now that I make is very, very different from what it was back then, but that's what originally got me onto YouTube as a creator. And for what airplanes I'd like to fly in the future as an airline pilot, that's pretty hard to pick, but I'd honestly be happy with like anything that's the size of, like, let's say the 737 family or A320 family, or bigger. They all seem like exciting planes to fly. I just wouldn't want to fly regional planes like my whole life, but as long as it's something a little bigger than that, then I'm happy with it. Those are pretty much all the questions I got. If there are any that I didn't answer, it was probably because they were a little too difficult to answer, while also keeping the answer relatively short. And yeah, that's it. I'm not going to make a stupid outro or anything, so the video is just going to go black in about 5 seconds.